Hello, I'm Tan Wah Piao, speaking in exile in London. I've been following the election campaigns in Singapore, and like you, I'm sick of the gutter politics that is generated by the PAP. Why are they doing it? Because they are running scared. So scared that the Prime Minister in waiting was unable to string a proper sentence when he fired his first salvo on nomination day. Another MP from Tampines, again, was so worried that he called Lee Hsien Yang as the Prime Minister of Singapore. The purpose of the gutter politics is to ensure that ordinary voters' brain will be so saturated with the poisons against the opposition that once they are in the polling booth, they would instinctively put a cross in favor of the PAP as they habitually did. But if voters were to step back and think of the main issues, the crucial issues, then they might cast a different vote. Now, what is the main issue that the Singapore ruling party, the PAP, wants to avoid? That's represented on this table. This is a representation of what the Prime Ministers get. And how much does an ordinary worker get in Singapore? Not this. Neither this, not this, not this, none of this on the table. What they get are a bit of crumbs relative to this big bowl of rice. You can see, you may not. This is the little bit that they get. This is a fair, proportional representation of the inequality in Singapore. They may come and puff me, but I can prove that this is a true or fair, proportional representation of the inequality. This inequality is in the words of the veteran diplomat Tommy Koh in a speech he made on the 1st of October last year, where he talks about the wicked, remember the word, the wicked pyramid system that was created by the PAP, to ensure that they themselves are handsomely rewarded. The claim made by the PAP in their manifesto of 2020 that their mission statement is to ensure that no one is left behind. Do you seriously believe that no one would be left behind as Singapore progresses? Of course, Singapore has progressed. Singapore is one of the richest, if not the richest in the world. Yet, why are the middle class feeling the squeeze? And below the middle class or the lower middle class who are worried about the future of their children. And if you are not the privileged, if you are not generals, and if you are not scholars, as Lee Hsien Yang had said last few days, you will be getting only the crumbs. And this is where at this election, this is the real issue, and we should, and voters should, step back and ponder for a few minutes that is this the Singapore that we want, with the PAP going down the slippery slope. And in order to change that system, again in the words of Tomiko, we need fighters and builders. Pause a moment. Why did he use the word fighters? That I believe is a good and accurate analysis of the power politics in Singapore. Because in order for Singapore to have real change, to reinvent Singapore, we need to get rid of this wicked pyramid system. Can we then rely on the architects of this pyramid system who are also the beneficiaries? They are not beneficiaries of just this goal. These are also the benefits awaiting them upon their retirement. Ask Goh Chok Tong, how tasty are these perks? And in order to change Singapore to have an alternative system where people can live with dignity and to get rid of the pyramid system, we cannot rely on the PAP to be the builders of the new Singapore. And it's therefore not surprising that in their manifesto, remember, spread the word around, in their manifesto, they have abandoned the 3 core values on the Singapore flag. What are they? They abandoned the word democracy, they abandoned the word justice, they abandoned the word equality. Why did they abandon the word democracy? Because with democracy will come transparency, and we will all know how much Lee Hsien Loong, the Prime Minister's wife, is earning out of taxpayers' money. Her amount will be so much that this table would be too small. It will be sacked full of goodies. And if we know that inequality is even worse than it's presented, we will all want to puke as well. And likewise, with such reality, they would not be able to justify in their mission statement that one of their aspiration is for justice and equality. Obviously, this cannot be just, this cannot be equal. I hope you take this image of the inequality in Singapore and spread it around. Let's hope for a reinvented Singapore. And remember that the beneficiaries and architects of this evil system cannot be the fighters to reinvent Singapore. Thank you very much.